Hello and welcome to the High Society Podcast. So let's start off with a recap from last week.
Lick your balls, Jovan. Don't even start.
Oh boy, wasn't that a great recap?
I'm totally going to pretend like I actually saw that recap right now.
Wow,
Yes.
That was amazing, Jacob.
That was amazing.
You're
It was
a
great.
wonder of the world.
All right, and
No,
welcome to
Jacob,
the High
Jake.
Society Podcast. Nick.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Jacob, wanna know how I can compliment you with a very bittersweet compliment?
Tell me I have the biggest dick out of all of my friends.
Why haven't you lost your virginity, Jacob? It's because you never lose. You're welcome.
That was good.
And welcome to this episode of the High Society Podcast.
I'm okay with
I'm
that,
saying
actually.
it again. See?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna use that.
We already talked about it last week, but all of us have now seen Bat vs. Soup.
Bat versus
And The Purge, more importantly.
Oh, God.
No, we're not talking about the fucking
The anarchy,
But it's
the
better,
Purge anarchy.
Chase.
or-
No,
It's rated higher.
Me and Jovan saw The Purge a long time ago, but Jacob and
Yeah.
Chase have now just seen it.
Oh, okay.
Not as good as seeing it in theaters with the full room clapping.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nothing
the important
will ever
part
beat that.
is Batman vs. Superman.
Yes.
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 Yes. So, Jovan.
I
Yeah.
disagree.
Yes. I want to go back to a clip from last week. I might put this in or not, but I believe what I said was I heard Lex Luthor wasn't in the movie that much, and boy, did I mishear you. But you actually confirmed that. You're like, oh yeah, he's pretty much treated like a side character. So,
I thought he
care
was.
to fucking explain yourself? You thought he was.
You thought he was, really.
Really?
He wasn't in it enough for me to care at all.
The main antagonist.
I didn't think he was in it enough for me to care. Really, I didn't.
Okay.
Jovan, I disagree.
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
I didn't like the parts that he was in. I just didn't think he was in it enough for me to care. Not nearly as much as I thought he was going to be.
How much did you think he was going to be in it?
Like
a lot more
Wilson
than that.
Fisk level in Daredevil? Like, Jesus.
He was in it quite a bit, man.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he was going to be in it as much as maybe Doomsday was in it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I thought he was going to be in it more than Doomsday, for
Yeah.
sure. Doomsday was in there exactly as much as I thought he was going to be.
At the very end. Okay, so let's talk about gripes, and I think all of us generally thought it was a worse movie than what Jovan said last week, right?
Yeah.
Any of us see it a second
But-
time, or have we all only seen it the once?
No, I just saw it once.
Okay.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, the issue is we all saw it on Sunday, so it's been pretty much a full week since we've done this. So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't a terrible movie. I think that the critics did rate it way lower than it should be.
Oh, yeah, like-
obviously. But Yeah.
something I wanted to bring up is Rotten Tomatoes. Is that just a plus-minus rating? Because that might be why. Because I'd probably still give it a minus rating, right?
No, I think it's a percentage.
It is.
Yeah.
yeah, and to be fair, like the percentage you get on there is only critics, right?
You
'Cause
also
there's
get
audience
user reviews.
approval.
No, but
User-
I mean,
yeah,
if
because
I-
user reviews is like last time I checked, it was still 75% for
Yeah.
the movie.
But I mean, if I'm a critic and I rate it on Rotten Tomatoes, am I rating it with like a pretty much a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
No,
or
you're
am I
rating it with
No.
a percentage.
I am
percentage,
rating. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, once it gets below a certain percent or above, it's a Rotten Tomato, depending on what it is.
Yeah. So main thing, action scenes, they are stellar.
That was probably one of the best action movies in the last couple. Or I don't know. It was really fucking good. I can't say in a time frame because I can't think of
I just,
everything.
I really still don't know kind of where they were going with the plot.
Nope.
Yeah, it was kind of scattered and all over the place. I didn't mind it so much. Like, you can get what's going on. It just seems like it was really weirdly executed.
It's the whole thing hinges on Lex Luthor getting Batman and Superman to fight, right? Like that's the whole how it comes. Do you see where Batman's coming from? Like you see where both of them are coming from. Obviously Clark wants to. This is going to be spoiler filled, by the way. Clark needs to fight Batman because Lex has said, "Yeah, we're going to kill your mother," even though that's kind of a plot hole right there. Because if he can hear Lois knocking on some cement, he's like, "Oh, Lois is in trouble." I feel like he could probably figure out where
his mother is.
where
Yeah.
his- yeah. and then flying at the speed
Lois
of sound.
was a lot closer, though, to be fair.
Was she also a lot closer when she was in the middle of the desert?
No, but wasn't he supposed to begin with?
I'm sorry,
that
there's...
plane just got shot down out of the sky.
I'm sorry, Jovan, but that's probably one of my bigger gripes of the movie. Is that's a big plot hole that doesn't make any sense. I also didn't like... I mean, Jacob explained it to me. The whole planet apocalypse scene is cool and all, but
comes out of nowhere.
and doesn't really fit in the movie.
At all.
Yeah.
Because I've watched it twice now, and I think what Snyder was trying to do was, when Flash comes up, he was trying to imply that Flash was trying to give him that dream.
So it is Flash giving him the dream.
Yeah.
Is that confirmed, or is that just speculation?
No, it is Flash.
Yeah.
I looked it up afterwards because I was like, he's red, he's traveling in time, like it could be Flash, but he doesn't really look like Flash to me.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's Flash apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I'm concerned about is he said Lois is the key. Is that a true vision? Because I don't really know if I want to have more Lois Lane in this.
Yeah, I didn't think she was
No,
too bad.
She's
I-
not
I think-
horrible.
I
I just
think
don't really
what
like
they
her
were-
character that much.
What they were referring to is that scene where Batman's in the desert, that's Injustice, that storyline. And in that storyline, Lois Lane ends up dying. And then Superman kind of becomes a tyrant.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good
So
thing that was
saving
very
Lois Lane
clear
is
in the
the key.
movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like it's the thing. It's cool because it's cool to have references and Easter eggs for people that know the comic book universe very, very well.
Yeah.
I felt like I was
But-
hit by a baseball bat. Like, what?
But to anybody that isn't, that in depth with the comic books and knows everything, that whole scene it does not make any sense for this movie.
There's a fine line
On my second viewing, yeah, I did get that. Like, unless you know at least a fair bit about the comics, that scene's probably not going to make much sense to you. And that is another thing that I did realize about the movie on my second viewing, was there is a lot in that movie that kind of relies on you knowing at least something about the comic books. So
Which is not a good idea for a movie at all.
Yeah, like there's a fine line between throwing in an Easter egg that, oh, cool, longtime fans will get that, and throwing in a central plot point that no one is going to get unless you've done your homework before going to the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Also, you said there were like Dark Knight Returns Easter eggs out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there were a couple in there that I'm like, oh, sweet, they threw that in. That's awesome. Like, I don't know if there were that many.
Visually, there were quite a few.
I wouldn't have noticed them.
What do you mean, like the costume design?
The costume design, the shot where he's coming through the window, the shot where he's ziplining away from Doomsday, Superman up in the sky after he gets nuked. There's a few.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
There were a few of them. I don't know if there were like a ton of them. That's what
Also,
I'm
the
saying.
entire opening scene where you see Bruce's parents die is shot for shot from out of The Dark Knight Returns.
That is pretty close, yeah. Like with the gun hinging around the pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a beautiful movie. Like that's one thing
It
Zack
is.
Snyder has always got to
That's
his
that's
credit.
that's one
But
thing.
I
that
feel like
that's one thing that I want is Zack Snyder. If he can do the visuals, that's fine. But I don't think in terms of being able to direct the narrative of a movie, he doesn't really have that down. And I mean, after Watchmen, that's a great movie, but its theatrical release was all over the place. It's not until you watch the director's cut that it really starts to get its pacing down. That's kind of what Zack Snyder does with a lot of his movies. He cuts a lot of scenes out when he's releasing it into theaters, and then that kind of,
to be fair,
holds the movie back.
see one thing I
Yeah,
noticed
I
with-
haven't seen the other version of Watchmen, but as someone who's read all of the original Watchmen, it matches up pretty well. There's some scenes
It
that are
matches,
missing.
yeah,
Like,
it matches up pretty well. But in terms of
have you read the original Watchmen as well, completely?
a while ago, no, I don't remember much from it now, but I know it matches up pretty well. I'm talking about just as a movie itself, though.
Yeah,
I
so
think-
director's cut, though, is it more like the comic, or is it just adding more scenes in to make it more like a movie?
It adds more scenes into it so that the narrative flows better. It's about a half an hour to 45 minutes longer from what I remember.
Holy
so
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should fucking see that. I'll
Yeah,
watch
no,
it.
I
I've seen
own
that
it,
movie
so-
at least like 5 times. I really like that movie, but
Yeah,
I don't think that movie's like bad in any mean.
See,
Oh,
the
it's
thing about
it's not
Zack
it's
Snyder-
not bad. It's just the director's cut allows it to flow better, and that's also what I think is probably going to happen with Batman v Superman. Like they released
with that additional amount they're going to add in for the Blu-ray release.
Yeah, like they already released one of the deleted scenes you can watch, and it shows how Lex gets arrested, and it actually shows Darkseid, or not Darkseid, his father. So.
Oh, okay, that's the thing. I saw that scene. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
I had no idea who that was. I was
So
like,
that was
okay.
Darkseid in the little viewer thing?
That might be. It looks more like his father from the comic books than it does Darkseid himself, but yeah.
Okay.
See, the thing, like, that just seems like such a blatant cash grab to me, though, because Lord of the Rings Return of the King had about the same amount of extra content, I think, in it, right? But Lord of the Rings Return of the King theatrical release was still a perfectly functional movie that you got everything that you needed to know from, except maybe, I think they had the thing where they didn't actually kill off Saruman in that. But besides that, it's, you know what happens in it. This one, it seems like, wait, but that doesn't really connect to this, and what were they trying to do here?
That's an issue with Zack Snyder's movies almost universally. That's why not many people were happy when he was announced to be attached to the project. He understands comic books very well because he is a fan, and he understands the characters very well. And visually, he's a great director, but when it comes to making a movie flow properly and keeping the narrative, I don't know what the proper word, not accessible, but just to make sure that it's easy to follow, he's not very good at it, because the scenes that he cuts before he releases it in the theater are usually the wrong ones, and it ends up making the movie seem really choppy, which was something that was wrong with Batman v Superman to me. It felt really choppy at some parts. So, and then he releases his director's cut with those scenes still in it. It's like 45 minutes longer, and all of a sudden the movie flows much better. Now, Watchmen flowed well even in its theatrical release. It's only at about 70-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, but then you watch the director's cut and it's even better because it has all those scenes in it, and that is something that Batman v Superman suffers from too. So I mean, ideally, I like the characters that he set up, with the exception of Lex Luthor, so keeping them I'd be fine with. I think if anything, he should be allowed to handle the visuals of the movie and maybe some of the references, but directing itself I think should be given to somebody else that's more capable, because he doesn't have that down yet. He's not very good at that.
See, one thing with Zack Snyder for me is I think his two best movies, at least in my opinion, are probably 300 and Watchmen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And both of those movies, whenever he wants to set up a shot or anything, he just can look at the comic book and say, okay, here's what I need to do. And then when you give him a movie like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman, where the shots are already literally drawn out for him, he doesn't really know what to do. Because when it comes to putting a comic book scene into a movie, I don't think any director in Hollywood can do it better than Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
But then when he has to, do it for himself or figure out how do I make this flow, then he's kind of not really as good as translating.
Yeah.
The product.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed pretty clear to me watching Batman v Superman that he really just wanted to make a Batman movie, and he's good at that because he knew what kind of Batman he wanted to make. He wanted it to be based off of The Dark Knight Returns, right? And so he had a lot of references, and for that, what you were saying would definitely work because he has all those shots pretty much determined for him. But when it comes to things like Superman, he doesn't, and that's also something that I think for the next Man of Steel movie, Zack Snyder should just stay away from it, because he knows Batman pretty well. He doesn't know Superman very well at all. Like, even in the Man of Steel, he completely ruined Clark Kent's character, because the entire point of Clark Kent is that his disguise is his personality, right? So the way he is when he's in Metropolis or the Daily Planet, he's like this shy, geeky guy that's bumping into things all the time, but then he's super confident when he's Superman or when he's in Kansas. But for some reason, in the Man of Steel and in Batman v Superman, he acts the same whether he's in costume as Superman or he's in the office as Clark Kent, almost, anyway. So he kind of defeated the purpose there, and also...
And he's just a really boring Superman.
Yeah.
Like, I do not care for how this Superman's portrayed at all.
No.
Like, I like Henry Cavill as Superman, like, physically.
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks good.
But he doesn't act
no.
like Superman.
Because, like I said, Zack Snyder does not have a very good grasp on the character of Superman. He has a good grasp on Wonder Woman, and I loved her in the movie.
Yeah, actually,
we
we should all say we all loved her, right?
Yeah, she was really good.
And she was one of the best parts of the movie for me.
Oh, yeah. And I
love how the first two gripes with the movie were like, Ben Affleck gets cast as Batman. Oh man, he's going to be bad. And then what's her
Gal
name? Do you know her
Gadot.
name?
Gal
Thank
Gadot.
you. She gets casted, and everyone was complaining about her because she isn't actually an actor, and then they were like the two best parts of the movie.
Yeah. But he has a good grasp on those characters, and it seems like he has a pretty good one on Aquaman. I don't know much about the Flash
I could
yet.
have used like at least another minute or two of staring at his face, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of Aquaman's?
Did you also notice that scene lasted a little too long?
Aquaman's?
Yeah, just
that shot. He
it
should have
was
cut
really
it.
weird.
Yeah, I
One
think
of the reviews they did for I saw for the movie said it almost seems like that scene was just shot
One time.
6 months after they did all the original shooting for the movie, and they're like, yeah, let's just throw that in. And the more I think about it, I'm like, I think they actually did that.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like those scenes were just kind of shot after the fact and added in.
I also really liked Vic's cameo. Cyborg.
Sorry, we didn't catch that.
Vic.
Vic?
Cyborg.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that scene. Okay, yeah, I was getting some chills. That's one thing. I both loved all of that and hated it because it destroyed the pacing, adding those scenes in.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Like,
Yeah.
I was getting hyped for the fight.
Yeah.
Everything was kind of tense. And then I just completely went into, like, it was like a commercial. I was like, oh my god, Aquaman, Flash. Like, I was already out of the movie at that point.
Yeah.
I don't think it was placed well. But it was cool.
I think.
In my opinion, it would have worked
I think
a lot better. No, Jovan, go ahead. You know what? It's fine,
Sorry.
man.
I think I think that scene should have been earlier on in the movie.
Yeah.
It would have worked a lot better there. I did really like it, but the way the part of the movie that Zack Snyder placed it in was really weird because it's like, from what I remember, it's like right before the fight starts, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
Yeah,
it's pretty much what goes
Yeah.
Wonder Woman into going to fight.
It's ridiculous, but I did love all of the cameos. Like even the Flash, a lot of people were like, "I don't know about the ponytail. I'm sure they'll get rid of that or don't. I don't care." He looked awesome. Cyborg, I freaked the fuck out. Aquaman, I loved. Like they were all just really awesome in my opinion.
Yeah. What was it? I almost thought the best way to do it would have been like have her look at the computer. You still see those symbols for the files that everyone knows what the fuck they mean.
Yeah.
Have her maybe click on them, not actually show anything, hear a little bit of the sound, so you get the idea that she's seeing these files.
Yeah.
And then maybe at the very end, you just, like, during the credits show, or after the credits, I know it's more of a Marvel thing to do, but then have the videos, like, playing one by one, because it's like, what did she see? And then you see later.
During the credits. Yeah, no, that would have been really good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You should hire me.
Directed by Nicholas Cooney.
You can get it.
Thanks, Jovan.
Yeah, no, that'd have been pretty good. I did see a lot of people saying that they would have preferred if they went the route of Marvel and did a bunch of solo movies. I don't think that would work for Justice League at all.
I think it would, but like this movie did feel very rushed, and they were trying to make play catch up. Definitely.
It's not where we would have put a Batman v Superman movie in kind of the time. I feel like they should have had a few different movies and then this near the end.
The reason I don't think that a bunch of solo movies going into the Justice League would work is because the Justice League doesn't work the same way or come together in the same way that the Avengers do. The Avengers have S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a third party that brings them together. Without them, those superheroes wouldn't have come together most likely, right? So they have them coming together.
No, it's untrue. It is.
I mean, if a Chitauri invasion came,
maybe not
like,
all
we're
of
gonna
them,
wipe out
but
Earth.
I recently read like 10 Spider-Man comics through the decade, so I got a good grasp of Spider-Man's timeline very well. And Spider-Man does work with many heroes at many times. He is a very good bringer together of teams.
I'm saying the characters that were in the Avengers movies.
Spider-Man is in the Avengers, motherfucker.
I'm talking about the first Avengers movie. Wouldn't necessarily have come
He should have
together,
been in it.
or at
Andrew
least,
Garfield should have been there.
It's okay, Chase. It's okay.
or at least not all of them would have come together right then and there, or at least not in the same way. But that's
Harry was tripping on acid.
Okay,
For,
that's great.
Those of you who can't see in the room right now, which is probably most of you, a
our
single
audio
tear is
listeners.
rolling down Chase's face right now in memory of Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I hate Mondays.
Yeah. But
I get
so,
it.
so in the comics and the movies, that's how it works, right? Regardless of whatever, they have Shield that brings them together. But in the Justice League, it's just Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman that bring the rest of them together. And also in the Avengers movies.
But isn't Superman dead?
We'll get to that later.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, but so also in the Avengers movies, they kind of have like a priority system for their characters. So you have like the big three. That's Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, and those are the three that get the solo movies. And I don't know Black Panther is getting one later, but those are the three that get the solo movies. Then they have Nick Fury in between them that stitches it together, but that wouldn't necessarily work or happen with Justice League because, like I said, it's just the three of them coming together and getting the rest of them and making Justice League. But also in the Justice League, all of the characters play an equal role, so they would have to have a solo movie for all 6 or 7 characters, whereas in the Avengers they didn't need to do that because they have
Well, they had 5.
they had what
5, didn't they? Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, and
Black
was it 4 or
Widow.
5?
War Machine.
Well, they had 2 Iron Mans before
yeah
they had the
no
first
I
Avengers.
mean
Man,
I
I
mean,
wanted Whiplash to join the Avengers.
I
He was
mean
a good villain.
Right.
but
But seriously, when is Calendar Man getting his movie?
he's not. But what
This
I,
is
what
your
I
week
mean,
for that.
Mark it on your calendars.
Or he'll do it for you.
Sorry, continue.
what I mean though is that they, even though they had 2 Iron Man movies, they still only had the solo movies for the 3 characters, right? But with the Justice League, they'd have to have them with all 7. So, that would cost obviously a whole lot more. So I think
And also make a whole lot more.
maybe, but well, probably.
Definitely.
I don't think there's a maybe in it.
Yeah.
I think the main reason why is they want to speed up the process. They want to catch up to Marvel as soon as possible,
Well, yeah,
so they
but
don't want to
it's
go
so
through all
blatantly
those.
obvious.
That's
Yeah.
that movie
But
was
is
made-
that necessarily a bad thing?
No.
Like, I don't know. I'm getting tired of origin stories.
Yeah.
I think most people are getting tired of origin stories, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think we need 7 more fucking origin stories.
Well, it depends how they do the origin story. There's a difference between origin story and solo movie, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want a solo movie that just randomly plops you in either. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it can work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can't. I think already established heroes already coming together would be the best. And Justice League, I feel like they're not already going to be together at the beginning. That's going to be a part of it, is still getting
Yeah.
the different heroes.
I think probably the first third of the Justice League movie is going to be them coming together. So,
Like the Beatles.
exactly.
like Martian Manhunter.
The one gets shot.
My favorite Beetle.
Yeah.
So is Aquaman the Ringo Starr of the Justice League, or?
I
Yeah,
actually
probably.
really like the way he looks, though. He looks cool.
Oh no, I love him, but
He's a decent looking Aquaman,
Yeah.
which is surprising.
And I think even with like the 10 seconds that he was there,
should have got
I-
Thad to play Aquaman again.
I think what
Dude, that
they,
would be great.
yeah, I think
Sorry.
what they really did well with this Aquaman, at least, is they really sold the point that he's pretty much Superman in the water. So
Oh, thank God we needed that. Because Superman can't be Superman in the water.
Man, I like the fact that he does look a little bit better because, oh man, Aquaman is always kind of the joke.
yeah,
And everyone's aware he's the
He
joke.
kind of is a joke still.
Yeah.
Because Superman can. There's
Yeah.
nothing
No, he
stopping
can't
him.
breathe underwater, man.
What's
There's
stopping
no
him
oxygen out there. Like space.
and he is
Goodness.
also one of the characters that is actually able to kill Superman. So
Like Batman.
Yeah.
well,
And
more
anybody
easily.
that has kryptonite.
He doesn't need kryptonite though. His trident can kill him.
Look, it's not DC, but like the DC filmmakers' fault, but Superman's a
Superman?
stupid fucking... I was going to say stupid. He's a stupid fucking character.
Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can fly, and he's got super strength.
He has
and
some
Nick has
cool
something to
features.
say.
He has some cool features.
He does, but
Yeah.
they didn't have as much imagination. What, back in the 20s or?
You know,
Well, yeah,
whenever he was
it's
made.
pretty much they made him ultimate. They made it so he couldn't be defeated. So what do you do with
Yeah.
the character after a while? You kill him. They killed him. Then they realized, oh shit, he's dead. So they brought him back. And once they brought him back, they made it so they could bring back any character, which ruined a lot of elements of comic books. Because now characters just die and come back to life whenever. That never happened before Superman came back.
See, gravity is 400 times stronger on Krypton, so he has laser eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't have a
I
yellow
know
sun.
the yellow sun. Shut up, fanboys. Okay, Nick.
All
Nick.
5 of you. Kill me. So, do we have anything else to say about Superman? Any closing remarks?
How do you guys think they're gonna bring Superman back?
He's just going to come back.
Exposition?
Well, they might just explain how it works.
He's just going to shoot out of the ground. I'm almost sure that's going to be the shot.
I don't think so. I think
I'm almost...
Oh shit, wrong way.
Well, they already showed the dirt rising up off his
Yeah.
coffin at the last scene, so I'm pretty sure he's just going to...
He's absorbing the vitamins from the dirt.
I think
they're-
I think what's gonna happen though is because he has the codex in him, he's not dead, but he's not alive either. He's gonna be in like a
Like all
coma
of us.
state.
He's going to be like Bizarro.
Wow.
But I think because they teased Star Labs with
Yep.
with
Yeah, I saw
Cyborg,
that.
I think that might play into it somehow.
No, I think he's just going to shoot it out of the ground. I'm serious. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Or some crisis is going to happen, and then he'll conveniently jump out of the ground.
He's back by international law of go fuck yourself.
Well, yeah, because the dirt was rising off the coffin at the end,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happens in Man of Steel. He's got his fist on the ground, floating, and then he shoots up on the ground, air and flies. It's going to happen.
His mom's just standing above the grave. Oh, I miss him so... Suplexes are just goes flying.
She gets
Bone-
impaled with a
bones
splinter
broken.
from the coffin.
By God!
Oh, you guys wanted to talk about Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
She's good.
She was good.
awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty much all we had to say. She was a pretty minor part, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that were good about
Almost as minor as Lex.
it. One, she's a badass. I just love the fact that when she's fighting, she was fucking having fun. She was
Yeah.
smiling, like, after she got hit and shit. And I remember, I was gonna turn over to Jacob, I'm like, man, where's her lasso of truth? As the scene comes up where she has the lasso around him, I was like, oh,
I did like that. Like,
Fuck.
she has everything.
yeah, it was really good. I was actually also thinking at that moment, when the lasso goes around him, they're about to stab him, he's just like, I only wanted love to get stabbed.
I would have liked in the scene where she guards, like, with her van braces or gauntlets or whatever. Just if she said, Wonder Woman! After blocking it.
Oh, that was something I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
Jovan, because we all got taken back by one thing. Well, not that taken aback.
Oh, the music?
The music
Yeah.
that played when she first entered. Is that like a song that I don't know of that's associated with Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
Because it sounded like an old, like, kind of like an old animated show.
Yes,
tune.
yes, it was. If you
Okay.
if you look at the official soundtrack of the movie that I have, it actually says that's her theme song for the Justice League. So
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured, because I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this sounds really out of place, but I feel like it has to do with her. 'cause
I
just
must have
don't know
missed
the
that
Wonder
song
Woman.
when I was looking through the soundtrack of the movie.
Fair enough.
no, I'll actually tell you what it's called right now because it says it there. What the fuck just happened here?
While you're looking for that, I'm going to do another little ad. So, I'm going to... Yeah,
We're going to have to put this in?
Yes. So I'm going to send it to the High Society podcast.
Alright.
So,
Oh, it's a GIF. I didn't even know.
all right, Jovan, I'm sending you something. Sending you a picture on the Facebook group. So, for this ad... I'll bring it up so you kiddos can see it too. All right, Chase? Ramen noodle soup, beef flavor, to be specific, tracksuits. The perfect gift for that Oriental Russian in your family. You know, you're always wondering, what the fuck do I get them? Do I get them like chow mein? Do I get them vodka? No, you get them the ramen beef soup flavored tracksuit. It's also a really good look if you're a college student, and it's perfect for those occasions when you want to get beat up on the side of the street.
Or when you want to call in an airstrike to your position because you're surrounded by ISIS. God bless.
Rip in peace, Slav. Rip in peace.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Well, great job,
Okay,
Nick.
so
Okay,
the-
I'm going to do
so the
sports quickly
song-
so we can transition. No.
I'm looking at the song right now. It's called the Wonder Woman's theme. Scene Is She With You? Question mark.
Good one. Alright, so I have a headline.
Good one, Jacob.
Thank you.
Good one, Jacob.
Good
Good one, Jacob.
Good
Sorry, continue
duo.
with the boring shit.
So, I have a headline I want you guys to guess from the sporting world. Okay, everyone ready?
Yep.
Mississippi State's sword attempts dunk over giant pancake.
Well,
Is this a Denny's promotion?
Nick thinks it's a Denny's promotion.
it is currently April 2nd, so I'm guessing this...
No, it was. This was a March 31st
No,
headline.
that's I'm saying today
Okay.
is April 2nd.
Yep.
So I was guessing this headline was from a couple days ago
Yep.
in March.
Mhm.
March Madness is a basketball-related one, definitely dunk, obviously. So,
Yeah.
March Madness. So I'm guessing in an NCAA dunk competition, some guy did some fancy shit.
Okay. And Jovan,
I have no fucking clue.
the headline is Mississippi State's sword attempts dunk over giant pancake. Thanks, Jovan.
I don't know.
Dead air's great. Nick, you were correct. It is a Denny's promotion.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. Chase was kind of right, too, to be honest. So, Mississippi State senior guard Craig Sword for the slam dunk competition during March Madness got the Denny's promotion guy wearing a giant pancake suit to stand in front of the hoop,
I saw this actually.
and he just took him out.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Because one thing, when you're trying to jump over another person, you probably try and like go crotch straight over the head and then legs to either side of that person, right?
But if you're a giant fucking pancake
you
mascot,
can't get the legs.
you just bowl them the fuck over.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it was the pancakes from the Grand Slams by Seth Green.
yep, that's correct.
No, I actually didn't remember that beforehand. I just remembered that now that you've said that. I was like, what? You'd think that would be something that would stick with you a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other sporting news, Tiger Woods is not playing at the Masters this year, which is kind of news, kind of not news, because he's honestly been pretty bad. But it's the third time I think he hasn't played at the Masters since he started.
Well, it's not bad.
Yeah.
He's just, relative to other people, he's lost his shtick.
And wife.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need a wife.
And another thing from the NHL, a whole bunch of executive emails were made public, and it's kind of in relation to concussion protocol, and they're in some shit because they're like saying, yeah, we know, we just don't really want to do anything about it. And like these are emails going back to 2005 with like doctors advising them, look, this is bad and we need to do something about this. And straight up, they really just haven't done anything to
Well, what are they going to do
change
about
protocol. Well, make suspensions way longer for hits from behind and say,
Okay.
if you get caught aiming for the head, like, we don't want you in our league. And they won't do that. And going to helmet makers and saying, hey, look, how can we make this better? And, like, they're changing things, but now. And again, these are emails going back to the early 2000s
Yeah.
from doctors. Like, well, what did these doctors know? Like, back in our day, we used to walk things off. It's like, you don't walk off repeated hits to the head, man.
Yeah, that's why in the UFC it's so important for guys that get knocked out to take a long period off. So the best way
Yeah.
to lose a fight is to be submitted, because, yeah, you'll tap if your arm's in a bad position or you're being choked out. That doesn't alter your brain. You can fight maybe, depending on how long the fight is. If it's a 5-round war and both people are super bloody and it was just amazing to watch, that's going to be bad for both guys, because
Well-
they both got beat up really bad.
Ronda Rousey got knocked out in November, right? And she just recently started training in March. Like,
Well-
if you get knocked out in a hockey fight or you take a nasty hit from behind, you could be in the lineup the next game.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of fighters don't do it the way Ronda Rousey did, and that's really good that she did it, because she really should have taken that time off, and it's good seeing she did.
And then, yeah, John Jones got in some shit.
Well, John Jones, yeah, that wasn't that big a thing.
Oh, man,
I feel like there's a big spotlight on him.
he's not smart, though.
There's such a big spotlight on him. I just don't think it's fair to... I don't give a shit what his outside actions are. I watch him because he's a good fighter.
Still, though, he keeps getting caught. He keeps doing stupid shit.
But-
even if there's a huge spotlight on him,
I read the articles, and they didn't seem like they were that serious.
No, it wasn't
Like this most recent one. He wasn't actually speeding or anything.
Yeah, but maybe don't yell at the cop when you're already
Yeah.
on probation. And
That's a good point. But
yeah, and then Cormier dropped out of the fight with a leg injury, which I don't know if it's legitimate or not. Maybe he doesn't actually want to fight Jones.
Well, guys don't just back out. They don't. Like, some guys might back out if it's, like, a smaller thing. Maybe other guys wouldn't, but he wouldn't have backed out if it was something that he could do with. Like, Joe Lozon's last fight, I think he should have backed out because he wasn't able to train very well because he injured his wrist. Like, you might think, oh, his wrist, that's not that big a thing. He didn't actually break it. He, like, sprained it or something, but that hindered his ability
But you
to
punch
spar.
with it.
Yeah, I know. You kick with your leg and you stand on it.
That is true. You do both of those things with your leg.
Do.
So, yeah.
All right.
Oh, and they announced the card for UFC 200. Holy
the full card?
fuck. Yes.
Okay, so McGregor Diaz.
McGregor Diaz 2. Joe Lozon, Diego Sanchez, Cain Velasquez and Travis Brown, Johnny Hendricks and Thiago Alves.
Oh, wow.
Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, it's going to be a good card.
If I miss that, I'm going to be the fucking saddest. Jim Miller and some other guy. Jim Miller was the other guy in that fight of the year with Joe Lozon. That won the decision. Oh, fuck. It's going to be fucking amazing.
Pretty good. Anyone else have anything to talk about right now, or do you want me to talk about Tesla?
Yeah, we can move to Tesla.
You can go to Tesla.
All right, so Tesla, it's their Model 3, right? That's what they're calling it?
They call it the Model 3.
So the big news with this is it's only going to cost
$35,000
US dollars
for the base without taxes and stuff like that. But
you know, that's a
really
brand new
good
car,
price.
and that is very affordable. So I kind of wanted to know if you guys think this could be, like, this is the first part where we start seeing electric cars move into the mainstream here.
I really hope it is, because it's interesting because Tesla is putting a lot of infrastructure towards charging stations, and the Model S can charge.
And that's going to be the thing that makes or breaks them, I think. If we start getting charging stations at regular gas stations, that if they get a way to charge your car like a decent amount within 5 minutes, right? Because that's kind of one of the issues.
It's really
is
hard
it
to
takes,
do that, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it takes
but
a long time.
Before, some cars used to take like hours and hours. Like the Model S can charge 80% in 30 minutes, which is an amazing comparison to like electric cars even just 5 years ago. They would take like hours, like 8 hours plus.
The thing is, the Model S, that lasts a long time. Like, that's not like you have to recharge it at the end of the day every day, right? Like, that can last you quite a while.
The Model S, the Model 3 has that 80%. I don't know about the Model S, but it's probably still pretty...
Well, the way that they cut back on the cost is by cutting the battery pack, though. That's kind of the issue with it, is it's not going to last nearly as long as the Model S.
3?
Yeah.
The Model 3 has a range of like 400-something kilometers. That's still pretty good.
That is very good, yeah. But you'd have to charge that on any major road
And that
trip.
also depends how you're driving, because if you are putting your foot on the pedal more, you're using more electric current, and that's just going to drain your battery a lot faster.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool because this could really be where we start seeing a shift from gasoline cars to electric cars.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
any way to cut down on emissions would be nice.
I'm
For
really-
all the people
yeah.
out there that don't believe in global warming. Fucking,
All
Donald
7 of you.
Trump.
yeah.
I'm really...
All of our viewers don't believe in global
Did you
warming.
guys-
Speaking of people not believing in global warming, did you guys see Donald Trump's tweet about it a few days
No,
ago?
there are definitely people that do not believe in global warming.
Yeah,
That is
I
still
know.
a thing.
Shout out to our Alabama listeners.
Did you see his tweet though?
No.
He's like, was outside today. It's pretty cold. Where's global warming? And then somebody retweeted and they're like, I ate breakfast this morning. Where's world hunger? And then he blocked them on Twitter.
Oh, get wrecked.
Yeah, so back to the Tesla thing.
Zoom, zoom.
I'm really excited to see alternative energy starting to be used for vehicles. I'm in like electric or mechanical engineering, right? And a lot of people in my program aren't super like for that, but they all think it's pretty cool. But I'm more excited to see what comes after the electric, because batteries aren't necessarily the most viable option. But if we can figure out a hydrogen powered car, or even something people haven't thought of yet, fusion.
Fucking Fallout mobile vehicle crashes that result in atomic explosions. It'll be great.
That would be great.
Perfect.
But
I mean,
yeah,
you don't have to become a cripple if you die in an atomic explosion from your engine.
no,
No.
I don't think that would
Kinda
happen
cool,
if you crashed fusion though.
That's what happens
Pretty safe.
that's what happens in the game, Chase. That's why they explode. It's canonical.
I mean, if you're in a car crash, you're dead anyway. Might as well take others with you, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's just... Oh, I'm just looking at the corn hub thing now.
Yeah, fucking corn hub.
Was literally everything corn?
Yeah, everything was corn.
Wow.
Impressive, right? Sorry, I know that's off topic. April Fool's stuff. You know.
Anyone else excited for Snoop Vision?
No.
No.
Oh, way to derail that.
So was there anything else on Tesla?
Not really.
That's pretty much it.
Just saw like over 100,000 people signed up for it on the first day,
a lot
and
of
it's not
people
available for
pre-ordered
a
it.
year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm just kind of curious to see if this starts a new wave of manufacturers starting to shift their focus onto
Well, it's
electric
not the
cars. 'Cause
manufacturers. It's the higher ups that are making those decisions.
Well, yeah, but so far all we've really seen is Chevy, right, with the Volt.
The Nissan Leaf.
Uh,
There's a lot of others.
Oh yeah, the Nissan Leaf. Chevy Volt is what I would say is probably the.
There's also a Prius V.
But can we get
Yeah, but
a
Prius.
tuk-tuk?
Yeah, but it's still electric. The Chevy Volt looks pretty ugly,
Prius.
and so does the Nissan Leaf.
Yeah,
Tesla's
Nissan
actually
Leaf.
making electrical cars look very nice.
Yeah, that's really their main selling point, to be honest.
Yeah.
And their luxury cars. Not that the Volt isn't, but I'd say to a lesser extent.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Then
Alright.
you have
Yeah.
some animes to talk about.
Oh boy, do I.
Oh god.
Oh, this is going to be a very one-sided conversation, but I'm going to try to make it relatable. This is going to be fun. First off, spring 2016. I've only listed the stuff I'm actually going to watch because I've already decided I'm not watching most of it. The Yu-Gi-Oh movie, which you promised to see with me, Jacob.
I'll see it.
Good. It'll probably be decent. I mean, it'll be all in English, so that's something.
That's a
If-
huge
if-
selling point for me.
That's a good selling point. No, I'm pretty hyped for that, just because it's going to actually continue the story somehow, even though the Pharaoh already went to the afterlife. Thanks, anime. Something called Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, which is being created by one of the production companies, Wit Productions. They helped make Attack on Titan, which is ironic because this show is literally the biggest ripoff of Attack on Titan I've ever seen. It's monsters attacking the last remnants of humanity, and they have to use special weapons to kill them. It looks exactly like Attack on Titan, except with trains. So you would hear Hype train, son. Hype train.
Hype train.
Then after that, we got Bungo Stray Dogs, which is being made by Bones. Bones is a company that's made some pretty big animes in the past. Full Metal Alchemist is probably one of their biggest. They also did Death Note. I only wrote down ones that I knew other people sitting here would actually know. It's going to be based off of... All the characters are supposed to be novelists from, I think, mid-century Japan, like back 1900s or so.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. So it's going to be a kind of history, also mystery. A little book. And then My Hero Academia, also being made by Bones. It's going to be an action comedy. I think it kind of sounds like a comic I've actually heard before. Quote me if I'm wrong, Jovan, but isn't there a comic where there's a planet that has nothing but superheroes, but there's one guy who is just a normal person? I know I've heard of this before, but there's someone like just called like Normal Man or something, and his powers, he doesn't have powers.
Yep.
And this is kind of the same thing. Everyone just has superpowers. It's kind of One Punch Man-esque, I guess. Like
Is it except everyone has powers except for Noriso Mano?
What? Norisamano?
Normal man.
Normal. No, I think he gets a power like near the beginning or something.
Yeah, but
that's gonna be
his
weird or
name's
something.
Normal Man. Yep.
Oh, I was right. Holy fuck.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty much just a society where villains and heroes are constantly always fighting it out. So it sounds kind of interesting. Then Kisniver, which sounds kind of interesting, is going to be made by Trigger. Studio Trigger's a rather new company. Triggered. They've made a couple big wigs recently. Kill la Kill is probably their biggest they made. The really weird clothing fighting anime. And Little Witch Academia, which is kind of on the opposite spectrum because it's kind of a little kid show. Kisniver, I like the concept. Pretty much, it's a way of connecting people, so people become Kisnivers, I guess. Once you're connected with a group of people, you share their pain. So there's a bunch of people that originally can't be hurt, and they share their injuries with each other to try to make it so they can't die. So if one of them gets stabbed, they all kind of share a bit of that cut, so that they don't actually take all of the injury. What the rest of it's about, I have no idea. I think that's all they've really said. Then they have Joker Game by Production IG. They've made almost everything. Attack on Titan, Psycho Pass, Fooly Cooly. They've made every sports anime known to man. Fucking Prince of Tennis, the fucking gay swimming.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh man, they've made everything. Ghost in the Shell, something called Blood. They've done some cool stuff. And it's going to be a 1937 World War II anime, which I'm looking forward to. I want to see just how good/bad this is going to be. And then Phoenix Wright's getting an anime. If anyone's ever seen Phoenix Wright, the video games where you play as a lawyer. Which is kind of late, actually. It's going to be based off the original game, which came out way back, like Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
Yeah, and A1 Pictures that's making it makes almost everything. Sword Art Online, Fairy Tail, Blue Exorcist, Your Lie in April, and recently they made Erased, which I just watched through. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that's coming out that I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be dropping some of these, I guarantee, because there's always going to be something that's complete shit.
What?
Yeah. And then, I don't know, do we want to do a little roundup of entertainmentation?
What?
I
Whatever
worked
we've been doing? Oh, Jacob, you're, so interesting.
and watched The Purge.
Oh, the Purge was good. Yeah.
Well, was it?
It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Jovan?
Things that I've been playing and watching.
Yeah.
I started watching The 100 again because apparently that gets better. I'm on season 2 and it did get better, so that's cool. I watched Batman v Superman for the second time, like I said, and I've been playing The Division, which I'm at level 20 now, and I've realized that game is fucking awful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good thing you've put so much time into it, Jovan.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's not. It's still fun to play if you have people to play with, but my God, it's retarded. Like, once you get to like a level, I'm gonna say 15, the next mission you can play is like almost level 20, and you go in there and everybody has skulls, and also, in a normal MMO like in Guild Wars 2, you have like a few different tiers of, roles you can play. There's DPS, tank, and support/healer, right?
Yeah.
It has that in The Division, but from what I can tell, you don't get to pick which one you want to play because your gear determines what you get, and it's all randomly generated. So it'll give you a piece of gear, and maybe it'll boost your DPS, or maybe it'll boost your health, or something, but that's it. I don't think you actually get to pick which one. I mean, you have mods that you can apply to your equipment that kind of, you can adjust it a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, like, I want to play DPS, but the way that it works, I have a decent DPS. It's not very high, but my health is super low because I haven't been given any items that adjust my health at all, and I'm 20 levels in. It's just kind of weird, and some of the missions are like ridiculously poorly designed at parts. Like, it's like for the mission that me and my cousin did yesterday, we had to find an angle at which the boss couldn't shoot us, but for some reason we could shoot him. We had to find an exploit. It's really weird. So, I mean, I'm still kind of having fun with it, but it's odd.
I haven't heard much great about it, to be honest.
I've also got back into Max Payne 2 because I wanted to play that again. I got a mod for it called the Evolution of Pain. It kind of ups the graphics a little bit and whatnot, and it's been pretty fun. Been playing the Culling. That game's also janky as fuck, but it's fun.
Janky?
Yeah.
Oh, word of the day, right there.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I just don't hear that enough.
It's used a lot for
Yeah.
games like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's kind of gaming terminology. If something's janky, just
Yeah.
fucking all over the place,
Yeah.
glitching out and shit.
Yeah, it is. It's stuff like that. But it's still fun. I've been playing some games like that. Kind of stopped playing Black Desert Online. Just lost interest in it pretty quickly. Aside from that, I tried to watch the show called The Returned, and my God, that show's difficult to watch. It's basically about a bunch of people that died in a town, and they came back to life, and the part that I'm at, it hasn't explained exactly why, but it has to do with this kid that seems to be a psychopath that died in the 70s. It's like
Indian burial grounds. That's the answer.
That's always the answer.
Yeah.
But all of America is an Indian burial ground.
Basically. Yesterday, I actually watched this stand-up comedy. I can't remember what the guy's name is. I'll let you know later. But he's this British comedian, and he is actually pretty good. At one point, he actually is like he's talking about how he gets heckled sometimes, and he's when he's performing, so he gets the entire crowd, and he's like, if you want to heckle me, do it right now. And this guy yells out from the back, he's like, you look like you fucked a pig. And without hesitation, the comedian's like, why? Do I still owe your mom money?
Oh.
He's like, without hesitation, he's like, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have any coins on me. Everybody just kind of went nuts. He was good. He was really good.
He sounds alright. Yeah.
On that, I watched a video on YouTube about this comedian getting heckled. His bit was talking about how people with children always talk about how it's so difficult and stuff to have children, and he's talking about how easy it is. And this lady in the crowd is heckling him, and she's like, "Do you have any children? Do you have any children?" He's like, "No, I don't. But have you ever accidentally ordered a pizza? I don't think so." He's going on how it's harder to order a pizza. And then he was like, "Do you watch sports?" And oh fuck, I can't remember that. I'm just not even gonna delve into that part. But it was a really good response to a heckler. That bitch was fucking shut down.
There was another part near the beginning of this stand-up comedy, and he was like, I find that a lot of comedians, they get up on stage and they do this thing, and which is they'll talk about how they recently were dumped by their girlfriend or something like that to gain sympathy from the females in the crowd. So later on, when they're when after the show they're at the bar and they can use that sympathy card with the women to get them to come back to their hotel rooms. And I think that's just disgusting. I mean, I'd never do that because I feel like it would be disrespectful to the memory of my wife.
Damn.
So, Nick, what have you been entertainment in a little bit?
I downloaded Miitomo because that finally came out. Nintendo's little app where you are me. I originally wasn't going to get it, but one of my friends convinced me to, and it's all right. I kind of see what they're doing with it now and how they're integrating their mobile platform. Mm. So there used to be a thing called Club Nintendo, which pretty much you get codes with any Nintendo game, you could redeem them online for coins. And you use those to usually get what used to be solid, like, gifts in the mail. You could actually get them sent to you. Sometimes it was like figurines, little Hanafuda cards, the things they originally sold from Nintendo, and different accessories for your DS. They started moving from there to digital games that you could download for your 3DS or Wii U. And about a year ago, I think, they finally disbanded Club Nintendo, and they now have something called My Nintendo, and it integrates with...
Miitomo?
Yes. So the way it works is you have missions on it you can achieve, like get 5 likes on a certain comment in Miitomo, or change your outfit a certain amount of times per day. You do that, you get coins, and it works the exact same way. You can use it to get, nowadays, discounts towards full games, which is actually not a bad idea. You can, if you spend enough coins, you can get like 30% off a new game from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a pretty interesting system for that. And then I believe you can probably still also just buy in-game points, and then it's mainly just getting costumes for your Mii, interacting with other people's characters, and they have a kind of, I want to say almost Plinko drop kind of game. They have about, like, right now they have 6 of them, and they're completely different layouts. You drop your Miis down, they bounce around, and then if they land on a prize, you get the prize. If not, fuck you. God damn it, Nintendo. But, yeah, I think it's already doing surprisingly well over here.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Yeah, I haven't checked into it yet, but it's one of the most recommended apps on the Android App Store right now.
Maybe I'll look into it.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, it's not bad. It can be kind of fun. They have some interesting, like, photo apps and stuff. You can edit your Mii into pictures. You can download other people's Miis online if they upload a QR code. It's an interesting social app. At the moment, I only have 2 other people I can talk to on it, so it's interesting to see the communications there, but I'm thinking it'd be pretty cool if you actually get a decent amount of people on it, and you can sync it up to your Facebook and Twitter at the moment, I believe, which is nice because when you do it, it doesn't do those stupid things where you actually make a post like, hey guys, I play this autistic little game. It's just anyone else that's on your list, it shows them. So it showed 3 people, one of which I don't talk to, so I was like, oh fuck that, blocked them, and then added the other 2.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting integration. I'm having a stroke.
Freestyle!
So that was Mitomo. I think it's pretty cool. You should try it out. It's pretty gay. And then I've been listening to the Gorillaz a lot recently. I don't know why. I like the Gorillaz. They're interesting. Well, them. Yeah.
Their music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Weren't
started
they
listening
supposed
to
to
them
have
a
like
bit
a new
more.
album?
Yeah, they're still. It's being released 2016. I don't know when, but apparently it's still a thing.
I always
Fingers
forget.
crossed.
Are they? Is it a they or is it just one guy? I can never remember.
It's two people.
two people.
Technically, there's one guy that does almost everything,
Yeah.
and another guy that does some other stuff for it. But yeah, it's technically two guys.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I've been watching some live performances from them. There's kind of a cool one where he performed with Snoop Dogg. It was interesting.
Snoop Dogg with anybody is just
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. No,
He's
so they've
such an
been kind of
icon.
cool. And then I played a bit more of Shantae, the side-scrolling genie game. Man, that game just has a lot of character. Like, there's a part where you go through, you fight a bunch of enemies, you find this old man who's with his petrified wife. She's been turned to stone, and the music's all sad in the area, and he says he just needs the spell to reverse her and bring her back. He gives you a ring that helps you through an area, and you end up finding the tablet with the spell. You come back to him, he says, "Finally, I can free her once more. I call upon you, petrification," uses it, he turns to stone. And then because they're both stone, the ground's too heavy and it collapses and it opens up a new area. And they're dead, they're gone. It is a very, very charming game.
Huh.
There's some good parts to it. Also a lot of plot, surprisingly, for like a Nintendo Kids game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on there.
Oh, I guess that leaves me. I was playing some Dark Souls. I think I jumped into some Witcher this week, too. I was playing some Call of Duty yesterday, and then I downloaded Left 4 Dead 2 on my Xbox One because it's backwards compatible now. Played a round of that. That was pretty good. And I read this Spider-Man book, as I said before. It's got like a bunch of comics from Spider-Man number 4 back in the 60s all the way to like Spider-Man, I don't know, 400 and something. There's a lot of them. And it, like, from just, I don't know, 2008 would have probably been the most recent one that was in there. And it was really cool seeing the progression of Spider-Man. And a lot of people say that how dark DC is, but a lot of people discount Marvel. Marvel's got a lot of darkness in it, and even everyone's friendly neighborhood
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
has some very dark
Yeah.
storylines. Yeah,
I think in
Venom.
well, yeah, that, but around, I think it was around,
Norman
it was,
Osborn.
And
Oh,
it was
Carnage.
released in the 70s, this one. I can't remember the exact number of the comic, but it was right after Gwen died, after Spider-Man was fighting the Green Goblin, and Spider-Man was dead set on going to find the Green Goblin and kill him. He was, I'm going to kill him. And he's looking around for the Green Goblin. He goes to Norman Osborn's house, because it's still Norman Osborn at that point, and Harry's there in bed. And he's having a bad trip on acid, and he's freaking the fuck out, telling Peter, "Don't leave me, I'm fucking freaking out, man. How could I know if you were even here if you don't stay with me?" And then he goes like, "No, I'm gonna go kill Green." Well, he doesn't say it, but he's like, he goes to go find the Green Goblin, which is his father, so he's gonna leave his friend suffering, tripping on acid bad, and then go kill his father, so when he's done tripping on acid, it's even worse.
Man, that would have been way better if that was in the Tobey Maguire movie.
Yeah.
That would have made that scene way better. I was about to say, something else. What the fuck? I don't know. I was thinking a different name and I was thinking Tobey Maguire. I pulled it together. I think I was thinking Lindsay. I don't know why. Lizzie McGuire?
Lizzie McGuire.
The lesser-known Spider-Woman.
So, yeah, and I can't remember. He talks to somebody from the Daily Bugle. I think it's a black guy. Some black guy. That helps out Spider-Man often. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, there's some stuff going on at this warehouse Norman Osborn owns, so you should probably go over there." And he goes there and battles the Green Goblin. And then, as it happens in Spider-Man 1, they're kind of facing off. Green Goblin's on the ground against the floor. And the glider comes from behind Spider-Man. Spider-Man's senses go off. Norman Osborn dies. But later on, you find out Norman Osborn doesn't actually die. Somehow, the Goblin serum gave him healing powers. This is like further into the 2000s now, from the 70s to the 2000s. He's gone for like 30 years in real time, but it's only like a couple years in Spider-Man time.
Yeah.
And he was like
Is
gone.
that like the opposite of dog ears?
So the Goblin serum gave him healing powers, and he was just hiding out in France. And he
Naturally.
and Gwen had a
With
child.
Batman.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah. Norman Osborn and Gwen had an affair child
Before she died?
before she died.
How old was she?
I don't know. Oh,
Well, she's an adult,
No,
so-
Gwen and Peter actually meet in college, not
Yeah.
in high school. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that weird. It's really weird, but
Peter
That is really
graduates
weird.
within like the first
And I
few years of Spider-Man.
actually
too.
2 children. They had 2 children, and yeah,
She
Norman.
didn't think to tell Peter Pocket about this.
No.
Man, comic books, that's one thing. Sometimes they go on too long.
Yeah.
Certain details of them go on too long. It's like a TV drama.
Yeah.
Jack, you're back again!
No. But I really enjoyed that. I read all those, and I think I watched some X-Files here and there. Yeah. That was my entertainment week.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
pretty
very
good.
nice. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm bringing her back.
Horoscopes.
Our favorite segment. That would be good. I'll bring back horoscopes next week.
Okay.
Locally sourced.
Oh, good.
I'm going to do it slightly different this time, because I couldn't find a good one that was vague enough. Best of 3. Keep your own scores. So whenever you think you know what it is, buzz in. Whoever buzzes in first, I'll ask them, and then I'll go around, and I won't play any more of the sound bite. First person to get 3 of the sources correct wins. These aren't very hard sources, by the way.
Oh yeah, this. Okay, I was remembering it now.
All right.
How do I buzz in? I don't get it.
Just say buzz.
Yeah, just say buzz. But the moment anyone says buzz, I stop playing it, and you guys have to guess.
Okay.
So I'm not going to play any more for the other 2.
How do you judge if 2 people buzz at the same time? Do they rock paper scissors?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, whatever.
Okay.
How are they gonna rock paper scissors with me?
You have a fucking camera, Jovan. Jesus Christ. Are you fucking handicapped?
Yeah, but whatever.
Since there will be a lag, they won't be able to fuck you over or anything. It'll just be that it'll come out at a slightly different time. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna shuffle through this. All right. That probably sounds delicious.
This is quality entertainment. Buzz.
What is it?
Dr. Dick.
There we go. 1 point for Jacob.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something else. I didn't think it would be that easy.
PC's plan to protect Canada.
Buzz.
No, it doesn't count. It's an ad, motherfucker. Okay, so Jacob has 1 point with Dr. Dick by Erotic. I knew that one was going to be a little easy.
I think our government's spending more on ads than they are the fucking shit they're giving to us.
Let's talk about the government, guys.
No one cares about the Canadian government. I'm going to skip to a random point in the song. You guys might want to be ready to buzz in and see if you can get this.
Buzz. Oh, I can't remember the name. It's that fucking anime.
Oh,
garbage.
buzz.
Oh,
Buzz.
It's Chase's turn. Let's see if he gets it.
I think we need to let Joe.
I'm so kawaii. Oh. Or you're so kawaii. You're so kawaii.
You're close, but no.
Buzz, she's so kawaii.
There we go.
Same shit.
Oddly enough, I didn't have that one.
All right. So that's 1 for Jovan, 1 for Jacob.
We're gonna get ads on like every video now, aren't we?
No, we're lucky.
Buzz. Is
And
it not called My He My Ho?
Buzz.
Gummy Bear song?
Buzz.
What?
Buzz.
what's the name, Jacob?
Buzz.
I don't know
Buzz.
the actual
Buzz.
name.
Okay.
I already
know
said
My
Buzz.
Yeah,
Jovan.
it's on the
Numa
chase.
Numa.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Everyone has 1 point. Not bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
Buzz. It was Chase.
Yeah.
Mambo number
Yeah.
5.
Damn it! That one I was supposed to skip into the middle of it. Okay, somebody's
It
gonna be a
wasn't
little bit
taking us
harder.
much longer, let's be honest.
All right, Chase is close to winning it. I'm gonna play a bit more of an obscure one.
Now it's time for
This
our
is an ad.
Oh.
Let's give it
Yeah, what the fuck? I
everything.
haven't
This
seen
is
this
an ad?
Yeah, that was an ad.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip to another part of the song so we don't get copywritten.
I don't know the name.
I don't know.
I know the song, but I don't know the name.
Anyone want to take a guess what the name is?
Boom, boom, boom.
I Want You in My Room.
You're close. Anyone else?
Or is it just boom, boom?
No, also wrong again. Anyone else? It's close to what he said, both times.
Boom in my room. Boom room.
Just keep making guesses.
Room
Whoever gets it.
boom.
Boom boom room.
Roomba.
Bing bang bong.
Boom
Call the
boom
witch
room.
doctor.
I'll skip this one. It was boom, 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 boom. It's 4 booms.
Oh
my God.
All right. Let's make this little... So these ones, you have to guess what the original source is.
The original source.
Yeah, because this one is, it's a cover done with floppy disks.
Buzz.
Oh.
Sandstorm.
Yeah. 2, 2, and 1. And I got another floppy one for the next one.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
No, it sounds like a boss fight from a classic like Nintendo game.
Buzz. Sail.
Yeah.
It's
Jacob wins
actually
it.
called Sail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't... I, yeah.
Sail. Yeah. Well, you won this week's locally sourced.
I'm so proud.
Damn.
Kill
fucking
yourself,
straight.
Thank you.
Sailor.
And on the topic of stupid fucking sounds, do you guys have any soundboard ideas that I brought up at the beginning?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll start off because
Sound of silence.
Yeah, that's a good
Continue.
one. Sound of silence for Nick. We're probably just gonna all be spitting out ideas here because I don't actually have like 5 off the top of my head. So to reiterate, if we could have any.
Sorry, continue.
Fucking talk, Jacob. What are you
I'm-
fucking
well, you
doing?
fucking
I'm
autistic.
sorry. It's just so hard. Any
Okay.
5 sounds for a soundboard to play at any time, whenever we please in our life. One for me is definitely the cricket sound effect. Whenever there's an awkward silence, just have the crickets, which I can't really imitate.
Where would
We
the
know what
sound
it
be
is.
coming from? Like, it has to have some kind of source. Can I, like, look at a place and the sound's going to come from there?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I think, like, a single person clapping.
That's a good one.
Like, I can
Yeah.
target somebody and, like,
Yeah.
make it sound like it's coming from somebody.
It's not bad.
That's
And, like that
Yeah.
and some shitty woos. Like, making the person look like a real asshole.
yeah.
I stick by
Steve-
my sound of silence.
Steve Carell yelling "No, please, God, no!" anytime someone
That's a
that I
good one,
don't
yeah.
like walks into the room.
That is a good one.
Yeah. Jovan, I disagree. No, probably not.
That's not good enough.
Probably Chase yelling, "Jovan, I will lick your asshole." That seems like it could be applied in any situation in life.
I thought it was suck its nuts.
I've probably
Like his
said
nuts.
all of the above.
Yeah.
Probably a
When I
combination
bought
of
you
all.
popcorn at the movies, I don't remember which movie you were watching. I bought you I upsized your combo to a large, and you said that you would suck me off or something like that.
Yeah, probably wasn't the first time.
No.
Won't be the last time, that's
Nope.
for sure.
Let's see.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Stupid little anime girl on the bicycle. Just both of those.
I
So I'm
think
done.
I'd
That's
like,
3 already.
I just miss my sensei.
I just miss my sensei.
Allahu Akbar every time I walk into an airport.
Man, if you can target it, just like keep playing it in planes. Anytime you see a plane overhead, make sure the sound
Like
effect
at the
plays in
same sound the engines are going at too.
it. Dude, that'd be good.
But you could just say that. That I feel like that's almost wasted, right? Because I would choose ones that you can't really mimic. Like I can't mimic crickets. I can just say Allahu Akbar anytime I see a plane.
Yeah. I would.
But
I can't say Tutoru exactly like my Yuri-chan, though. To be
Shut the
fair.
fuck up.
No, I'm not. I wasn't.
I think I'd do. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
That's good.
Oh, WWE ones. That's
God, no.
If his name is John Cena, would be funny just because it would piss people off every time you use it.
But I think I'd get tired of using it.
I don't know.
I would.
If I was the one using it,
No, I think I'd have it in my back pocket. I wouldn't use it all the time though.
I'd use the Steve Austin what?
Yeah.
I'd use the "I'm gonna pay you $100 to fuck off." I want that.
God, Joe.
But again, why wouldn't you just say, I'm going to pay you $100 to fuck off?
Why would
Easier
you
with
say,
soundboard.
what?
Because then you can have the back and forth, right? Like, it sounds stupid if you're just doing it by yourself.
But I can do back and forth with different quotes, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your point?
The point is that you were saying that, you know, you don't want to do anything. You can just say. You can just say what? You can do a back and forth with yourself.
Yeah, you can. But it would be...
You look like
it's
a fucking
better...
psychopath. What?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, don't we already do that?
You look like less of a psychopath, and it flows better, because you don't have to keep catching your breath, right? It's like, we're going to do this, and then someone else says what. It's a much better effect than if you say, we're going to do this, what? We're going to do this, what?
I give it 3 red capes out of 5.
Okay. I can live with that amount of red capes.
Yeah.
The red capes are coming.
I want to be able to play the Calendar Man theme, which I'll have to create. I'm sure there's some like kids song that's about like the different holidays.
Permit denied.
Permit denied. That'd be good.
Yeah. These are all very temporary ones, but I'm just thinking of the most.
Was there a
top of my
good
head.
Dread one-liner? I'm trying to think of a one-liner from Arnold that would be the one. I don't know if I want to pick any, though.
Dread?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Knuckles. Kung Fury is. I want a soundbite button that I can't control, but it's only different soundbites of Meanders. I can't control what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be random sounds.
Nick, I disagree.
It's my soundbite.
Wilhelm?
I'm gonna use it how I want. Oh, Wilhelm. Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, Wilhelm. No, that's mandatory.
Yeah.
Wilhelm is the superior soundbite. That's all 5 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I've said. I haven't been counting.
I
Yeah.
think I got
Probably
Stone Cold
said
What, Crickets,
Well, good enough.
and Wilhelm. Yeah, you have to have Wilhelm. Do I use the how-to?
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
I mean, but that's something I can just do. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's really fucking creepy if you like placed it next to someone's ear. Just they're driving. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why.
It's pretty
You can
good.
target it. I bet you can control the volume in your soundbite superpower.
Okay.
Just really quiet in one ear. What was that? Really loud in the other one. Oh god.
What about the announcer saying Ultra Combo from KI2? I feel like that'd be good. Another good one to play in a silent room. Like someone tells a really bad joke, and then all of a sudden, Ultra Combo.
I think that's almost on the same level as the bad joke, though.
I just want a full speech from Hitler.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
Oh, how about
that's
Donald Trump saying it's going to be great?
it. God.
Yeah, I think that should be 5 for me then.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about all we have. don't we? Yeah.
Do we have any way to end this off? Besides
Jovan?
rapping.
Fuck
Jovan.
you.
Wow.
Man, the disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect up here.
Man, that's one angsty sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Land ho. Jovan. Land ho.
God. Man, well. Oh yeah, next week we're gonna get drunk.
Is that this is what?
Next week should be 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
next
this is
week,
9.
prepare all our fans. It's gonna be a longer podcast streamaganza.
Longer dick. It's gonna be a longer dick.
Long Dickens.
Long
We're,
Dick.
We're gonna drink some dumb shit, do some dumb shit,
Yep.
and talk about
Dumb shit.
minorities.
Yeah.
Fuck.
About what?
Especially how we hate most of them.
Yeah.
Do you think I can fit another Calendar Man joke in next week?
I think you can fit
course
another
you
Calendar Man joke in right now.
I calendar can.